I'm Gemma, and this is a chat with Gemma. So, what about these divorced men? Some of them, I'm sure not all, but let's say quite a lot of them seem to sort of give up on life once they're divorced. And I suppose it's understandable that they go into the doldrums, maybe get depressed or whatever, and don't feel very energetic, able to kind of pursue relationships with their children, look after their children, and basically just all the functional things. And that's understandable for a while, but then comes the time when you do need to be a father once more. And I understand that depression and those things can be very debilitating, but you do need to kind of snap out of that after a while. So if you're not just coming out of that, then you need to talk about it with a proper qualified person, because obviously there's a bit more to this. Now, sometimes it's better if a father and husband doesn't have contact with his family because of the fact that he is violent. But I'm not talking to those people. I'm just talking to good fathers. Probably they were all right husbands, but something went wrong somewhere and now you're divorced. And I find it really sort of puzzling that some of these fathers don't exhibit much interest in their children. And when you kind of hear the father's side, they don't have much to say for themselves. So I really don't think that the little difficulties that you might have are sufficient excuse to not be a proper dad. So some fellas probably find it easy enough to entertain their children when they're little because they can just take them to the park and they're so excited, that's the best thing ever. But then as they get older, they want to be at home with their tablets or whatever and taking care of their homework and all sorts of other things. And some young people talk about, oh, it's really boring at their dad's. But again, that doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter that they're bored at your place. And then you hear the opposite, where a lot of women talk about how the ex-husband has the children on the weekends and they get to take them to all the wonderful things, and all the mother gets to do is to discipline the children all the time. So, I mean, that's nice, not nice for the women, but I think it is nice if the ex and the children are having a good time. But I think sometimes men can be a little bit throw the hands up in the air. Oh, can't be done. And I think that's just not an excuse. And I think to be sitting there all alone or with a housemate just smoking cigarette after cigarette after cigarette all the time and just watching TV and doing blow all, I don't think that's a life. The fact that you are divorced doesn't mean you are dead. And not only that, but you should be living a fulfilling life. As well, you shouldn't be a big fatty by now. After a few years of divorce, some fellas have, really let themselves go and they haven't been behaving like adults. A man is just as capable as a woman of going down to the supermarket and buying fresh vegetables and fruit and making proper meals at night and getting along to the gym or going for a bit of a walk or ride your bike or whatever, those things are what all grown-ups have to do. And just because you're divorced doesn't give you an excuse to sort of just, curl up in a hole. So, okay, you might have got to the point where your kids are teenagers now. They've got girlfriends and boyfriends and they've got things that they want to be doing and going to. Well, that's all right. Just keep asking them. Can we do this? Can we do that? You might say, well, I got knocked back 6 times. Okay, ask them another 6 times. You don't assume things because it looks a certain way. They might just literally have had 6 different good reasons for knocking you back. So you just keep asking, and then if it's just going on like that, of course, it's time for a discussion, and you need to put your foot down and say, but I'm your father and I want to see you. I miss you terribly and I need to spend time with you. We don't have to do anything. You can just come and sit and do your homework. Maybe I can help you with some things. I'm not completely stupid. Maybe we can go to the library and you can work there and I'll sit just with you and I'll enjoy reading a book beside you. Maybe we could go to the beach and sit on the beach or something like that. If you've got kids that want to do different things, one wants to go to a movie, one wants to go paintball shooting, well, do 2 different things. Have 2 events, not just one. And this is worth doing because you'll really regret it one day if you see your children and they're completely grown up and don't even know you. And they'll regret it too, because everybody needs a father. Everybody wants a father to teach them, to be involved in their lives, to protect them, to care about what happens to them, to love them. And it's important for boys in their identity. It's important for girls in their self-respect. So it's just a vital thing that you must do. If you have children, you need to be their father forever, and a good father at that. So don't just say, oh, it's all too hard, or just keep going. Keep giving the love, keep offering to spend time together, if you can afford it, some outings here or there, and just keep telling them on the phone you love them and care about them if that's all you can manage to do. All right, I'll finish it there, but I do sympathise, and God bless you. Bye for now.